But it's possible to go one step further. By buying substances and materials that have been formulated in a positively regenerative way, or changing our habits altogether, our choices can actually enhance the environment. Instead of sourcing fewer toxic pesticides for your garden, ditch them altogether and create a wildlife-friendly habitat where biodiversity thrives and the food you grow is free from chemical residues. Every action has an impact, but it can be a positive one. Room by room, I investigate which things in our homes pose the most risk and which we could replace with healthier alternatives or different routines altogether. I discover the exact components of my house dust. I get my blood tested for the existence of toxic chemicals, and I find out what happens to the air quality in my home when I burn the toast. My mission is to make the reality of chemical pollution and what we can do about it as tangible as the plastic litter we might see on the street, verge, riverside or beach. From what gets washed down the plug hole in the kitchen to what might get flushed down the loo, it's clear that everything has a consequence, however small. There is no washing or flushing away. Thinking of Part 2 as a guide around your home. Feel free to dip in and out and revisit whenever you need to and find what works best for you. Perhaps focus on the cupboard beneath the kitchen sink, or check out what's in the detergents you use on your family's clothes, bedding and towels. Create your own recipe for a healthier home. Try alternative solutions, tweak ideas, experiment with possibilities, and adapt your lifestyle. Decisions aren't guaranteed to be clear-cut. There isn't always a right or wrong option. This book will arm you with the relevant facts and the latest thinking from experts around the world to build a more balanced picture. Sometimes you might end up asking numerous questions. I urge you to be curious, spark new conversations, and push for more answers. Email manufacturers to ask for further information about claims on their labels, or for lists of ingredients that haven't been published yet, and support independent, ethical businesses aligned with your own values. One thing's for sure. By demanding greater transparency, we can be catalysts for real transformation. Part 1. The Big Picture. Chapter 1. The Clean, Green, Toxic Machine. Eco-friendly, chemical-free, natural. That's all great stuff, right? Wrong. There's so much confusion about what's toxic and what's not. Let's start with a simple definition. What is a chemical? It's just a substance. Our world is made up of millions of chemicals, most of which have complex scientific names. Every ingredient on this planet is a chemical. The oxygen we breathe is a chemical. So is water. We need chemistry to survive. In 2010, the Royal Society of Chemistry offered £1 million to the first person in the world to create a chemical-free product. No one has yet claimed the bounty, because it's an impossible task. What's clear is that words really matter. The term chemical-free means nothing, while eco-friendly could imply one of many things. Many unregulated terms are used on labels by companies to advertise their stuff, and it shouldn't have to be our job to decipher them. So let's start by debunking some myths. Naturally confusing. First off, toxic-free means free from harmful or hazardous chemicals. Anything can be toxic at high enough concentrations, even water or oxygen. Generally, the dose makes the poison, as the 16th century physician and alchemist Paracelsus first described, although some chemicals that act as hormone disruptors actually have a greater negative effect at lower concentrations. Either way, the idea of becoming completely toxic-free is something of a pipe dream. There are fundamental differences between toxics, toxicants, and toxins. Toxics refer to external chemicals, including synthetic or artificial ones, which cause harm to humans and other living things, or the environment. Toxicants are harmful synthetic chemicals that have been introduced to the environment, e.g. pesticides.